Number 79 in the Masters of Cinema series is Serpico. I have got this wonderful steelbook edition of this. This has always been a kind of firm favourite of mine. When I discovered it way back, I think it was the early 90s, I saw this one, stumbled across it and was absolutely captivated. Sidney Lumet was a director that I followed since 12 Angry Men, and whenever I saw his name in a movie, kind of made me wanted to watch it. And Serpico was in the mid-70s, which was an era of filmmaking which I truly admire. I feel as if they were testing new ground, trying different things, and this seemed a little bit more raw and frenetic than some of the other Lumet movies I had saw. We follow Frank Serpico, a man who has just qualified as a police officer, who is super excited to get started until he discovers the systemic bribery and corruption within the police force, something that he almost cannot believe, how it's just common knowledge, and everybody seems to be on the take.
Helal here. 120,000 split 4 ways. That's serious money.
This offers a kind of distrust amongst his fellow police officers, which is great. These corruptible cops distrust the honest police officer because he's not dirty like the rest of them. And you kind of see Frank struggling to find a foothold, struggling to find a place within the police force. He loves his job. He wants to do what he is paid to do, what he wants to do, what he feels driven to do, but everyone else round about him is looking for the money. And although he keeps jumping places and positions, he can never find a home where he's appreciated, where things aren't just a little bit cloudy or downright dirty because of the corruption that's going on.
Things like this were common practice in the bad old days.
And you kind of see Frank, as he moves through this world, becoming jaded, how it's constantly affecting his private life, his friendships, his every waking thought, how it kind of puts a fear into him just going to his day-to-day work. This is a man who's struggling to just do the day-to-day job because of fear from his safety, a fear and terror from his partners, people that work with him, who he can't trust, who he doesn't feel may have his back, and his constant alerting everyone to this issue offers no result. Nobody is willing to listen. They either kind of chastise him for bringing it to light, or they kind of say, what do you want us to do? There's nothing we can really do here. And it's kind of following this character and watching his struggle as he tries continuously to do the same thing and never gets anywhere. And there is that kind of strange tenacity that you see within the character, his ultimate reluctance to do anything, his unwavering reluctance, which is great in certain moments. He will stand with a group of cops, they're all on the take, they're talking about taking money, and he will just be like, nope, not doing it.
What about you, Frank? I'll make up what Don took from me.
Why should I start now?
And even the peer pressure that comes with that, he is steadfast, and it's something to be admired. And this has that kind of gritty 70s feel about it. You know, Al Pacino is absolutely fantastic in the role of Frank Serpico, but it's the kind of 70s feeling and style of the movie as it kind of does these handheld sequences around the streets as they're bursting into buildings, trying to catch criminals, as you're always kind of wary about the surroundings and what's going on. There is a sense of almost paranoia within the film, particularly during some of the high tense sequences where we feel uneasy about the perpetrators in front of him and uneasy about the backup behind him. This is a character that we kind of grow to love, and we know from early on in the movie that something horrific is going to happen to him. So there's this building tension throughout the movie of when is this going to happen and how is it going to alter his career. And I enjoy Serpico in the situations that he's put in, but one of the aspects of it that I really love is the home life and the relationships that we have here. You know, he's proud to be a cop. He kind of owns it. He's putting it out there. but the dysfunction and the corruption within it ekes into his personal life, destroying relationships, whether it be with friends, whether it be with lovers. It just kind of tarnishes everything from a man just trying to do his job. It doesn't go well. Serpico is phenomenal, absolutely terrific. I think Al Pacino is utterly fantastic. He has this kind of raw energy in this one. I love the kind of camera work as it's handheld going through the buildings during certain raids, as it focuses on people just staring, where you can see the machinations going through them, behind the eyes of what to do, how to deal with this situation, and the mounting tension and suspense of when's something going to happen? Is everything going to be all right? Definitely a strange sense of paranoia in this film.
I'm an officer! I'm a police officer!
Jesus, Frank, how was I supposed to recognize you?
Serpico is tremendous. Something I would highly recommend. It's an amazing movie, one that I utterly love. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out and then come back here. Let me know your thoughts on it, whether you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle. You need to let me know about Serpico. There is more content up here if you're interested in more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.